Van Zieks is pretty hot. He's so hot right now.
Cross-examination. What the girl saw.
So, I snuck inside the carriage before they looked up the horses, just like always. Well, it was alright, all wasted time. I got nothing to show for me troubles that night. I'll tell you, you can't see a blind thing in that hiding place is pitching there. And after a while, I hear this loud bang. Nearly jumped out of my skin, I did. And the scream just came out. It's because of that this swell found me. He didn't help me get away, mate. All 6 members of the jury had decided the defendant was innocent. For one brief shining moment, yes. It's clear that they are all... It's clear that they are all still very unsure.
Objection! Bug, welcome back to the stream, dude. Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning, Pug. How you doing, man?
You getting ready for work, bro? It's clear that they are all still very unsure. If we could just find some conclusive piece of evidence among this new testimony, I'm sure we would clinch the verdict we want. Yes, I think you're right. And I have this niggling feeling. Something's bothering me, but I just can't quite put my finger on it. Okay, let's save right here. Yes, first day back for show, man, for show. Appreciate you popping in before you head to work, dude. Happy New Year, man. I don't know if you did anything for the celebration, but regardless, dude. Thanks for continuing to support me, the community, and the channel in 2022, bruh. What's bothering you is clearly how hot Van Zieks is. It is. God damn, that Van Zieks is so hot right now. Okay. So I snuck inside the carriage before they hooked up the horses, just like always. But it was a right old waste of time. I got nothing to show for me troubles that night. I tell you can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitching there. And after a while, I hear this loud bang. Nearly jumped out of my skin, I did. And the scream just came out. It's because of that this swell found me. It helped me get away, mind. Okay, yeah, no, just based off those initial statements, no, we definitely don't have anything to use against her right now. So I think we're gonna have to press to get some more info.
Well, let's open the door and go inside, shall we?
Ugh, the scene of a murder, it's horrible. I can't remember if... I think they've already said that the first time we looked. This seat has a handle, it seems. This is a storage compartment, but there's nothing in here. It's totally empty. Something doesn't seem right here, but I can't put my finger on what it is. Okay, so let's back out of this. Let's press her on this first statement. So I snuck inside the carriage before they looked up the before they hooked up the horses, just like always. Hold it! So, you were already in the omnibus before it even set off on its run? Oh yeah? I mean, what's the point of spending a joey to make a few bob, eh? That's the wrong idea, isn't it? suppose she means there's no point spending money to make money. It actually makes sense.
Counsel, may I remind you that this girl is a petty thief? Kindly refrain from entertaining her tenants.
Well, that does clear up the little mystery of the fares and all. 4 paying passengers at 5 pence apiece, making the 20 to which the cabman testified. And 1 little scapegrace riding for free. The red conch of a driver always goes for some grub before it's... The red conch of a driver always goes for some grub before his last run, see? So that's when I slipped into the carriage and get myself hidden under the seat. Nice and easy, right?
But your hiding place is a storage compartment. Full of equipment for the coach, no?
Yeah? There's brushes and buckets and whatnot in there, sure. I always chuck all that out and cram it in a corner somewhere. No one ever seems to bother much.
And yet, according to the report filed by the police officer who first arrived at the scene, the compartment was full of such paraphernalia.
Well, I don't know nothing about that. Like I said, I moved all that stuff out so I could hide under the seat. That's all I can tell you.
It seems we've reached the end of that line of inquiry. Continue.
Okay, let's continue to press the statements. But it was a right old waste of time. I got nothing to show for me troubles that night.
Hold it!
A waste of time? Why is that? Well, most nights I'm on me. Well, most nights I'm on me own in the God permit at. Well, most nights I'm on me own in the God permit at least. Well, most nights I'm on me own in the God permit at least some of the time.
I beg your pardon? Did you say God permit?
Oh yeah? Well, that's not what my kind call it. You'd say the omnibus, I suppose. The point is, any normal run, the carriage ain't got no... But the point is, any normal run, the carriage ain't got no one in it for a while. And that's when you come out of your hiding place and get away? That's it. Only that night, this cove was sat on me seat from the start. And he didn't budge the whole way, did he? Not 1 inch. I was totally stuck.
Do you mean to tell us that you were present in the carriage for the duration? You were under the seat the entire time while events unfolded in the enclosed cabin?
Yeah. Right, mister? To be sure, I was as shocked as anyone. You don't expect to lift the cushion you've been sat on and find a child now, do you? So this Miss Lestrade couldn't possibly be the culprit then. I'll tell you, you can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitch in there. It's pitch in there.
Hold it!
Alright, let's press her on this one. So you couldn't see out into the cabin at all? Not a jot. Most days I push the cushion up with, not a jot. Most days I push the cushion up with me, with my head and look out the crack. Then I can have a butcher's at it who's gonna... Then I can have a butcher's at who I'm gonna fiddle. thought you were a pickpocket, not a butcher. I mean, you can have a look. The seat I get under ain't that plush and as the other... The seat I get under ain't as plush as the other one, see? So most of the time, passengers plant themselves opposite. But for some reason that night, this here Irishman spent the whole journey right over my head. And for that reason, you weren't able to push the cushion up to peek out. Huh. I see. Truth is, I ain't too happy in small dark places. Feels too much like I'm being thrown in the clink. But it's the only place to hide in them carriages, so it's Obson's choice. Why doesn't she just stick to picking people's pockets in the open then? I'd say there's some reason that she's not letting on, judging from her demeanor. So anyways, I was a bit scared, but I had to just stick it out under there. Nothing else for it. Okay, second to last statement. Then, after a while, I hear this loud bang. I nearly jumped out of my skin, I did. And the scream just came out. Hold it! When you say a loud bang, do you mean the noise of someone falling to the floor? Could have been. I suppose. I don't remember so well. Point is, it made me jump. And you let out a scream involuntarily? That's right. And then I felt the cushion over my head get lighter all of a sudden. Presumably when the defendant got up in order to help the victim, yes. Or not. It could equally have been the moment the accused stood in order to stab his victim, could it not?
Well, girl, did you see what happened at that crucial moment?
Yeah, I saw it. I pushed up the cushion and a quick butcher's while I had the chance, didn't I? I pushed up the cushion and at a quick butcher's while I had the chance, didn't I? The Irishman was sitting up the block. The block had fallen on the floor on the seat opposite. The Irishman was sitting up the block. Who had fallen on the floor on the seat possible. She was paid off. Yeah. Maybe. That matches Mr. McGilded's account, of course. But then, the fella suddenly turns around and looks right at me. I sunk back down again. But it was too late by then. Should never have risked looking. Okay, last statement. Because of that, the swell found me. He didn't help me get away, mind. Oh, shit. Oops. Involved, I see. Oh, hold on. I meant to press her on that statement. Oh, no. God damn it. I skipped it again. Again. MrSamKim there. Oh, no, hold on. Okay. Let's press her on this one. Hold it! And when Mr. McGilded discovered you, he pulled you out from your hiding place? I was scared stiff, I was. He dragged me out and sat me down on the seat and all. Next to the victim, Mr. Mason? Yeah. The bloke had a knife in his guts. He was still bleeding. Then
Then the carriage lurched a bit, and he ended up falling onto me. How awful. Both my hands got covered in blood. It made me feel as sick as a dog. Both her hands covered in blood. That must be what the rooftop passenger saw. But, according to this, only one glove has a blood stain. Hold on. Just gonna stretch real quick, guys. I saved you with a fart. Thank you, dude. Thank you. I couldn't handle the silence. Both her hands covered in blood. That must be what the rooftop passenger saw. After that, I believe you talked with Mr. McGildiff for a while. Is that correct? He asked me some stuff. Wanted to know my name and what, and I was up. Wanted to know my name and what I was up to and that. Then I heard something from up above. Someone screamed.
Yes, Mr. First on the roof deck, one would presume.
Well, I didn't want no one seeing me face, so I didn't look up. Then the horses were drawn up smartish and you're... Hold on.
Okay, sorry, I just had to check something real quick on my mixer.
And the horses were drawn up smartish, and this here Irishman says to me, "Get back under the seat. I'll see that you can get away. I'll see that you can get away later."
Okay. Now we've pressed on all the statements, right? Let me just double check. Let me review this one more time. So I snuck inside the carriage before they hooked up the horses, just like always. But it was a right old waste of time. I got nothing to show for me troubles that night. I'll tell you, you can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitch in there. And after a while, I hear this loud bang. Nearly jumped out me skin, I did. And the scream just came out. It's because of that, this swell found me. He did help me get away, mind. Okay, alright, so there's definitely something that we can present against her.
Objection!
Okay, autopsy report. Let's, let me examine this ledger one more time. This portfolio must contain all the sorts of secrets of London's gentry. Oh dear, do you really think we ought to look inside? Well, it's not as though we know any of London's gentry personally, is it? Apart from our great detective friend, perhaps. Actually, I wonder.
I assure you, we will not find Mr. Sholmes' name inside.
Let's see what we find. Okay, so there was only one name in here last time that we were able to detect. I'm not sure if that's changed now. Anything on the back here? Nah, it doesn't look like it. playing some Sad Hunt right now, Bray? Gosh, it's crammed full of gentlemen's names, isn't it? Well, I suppose they're probably not all gentlemen. Not all gentlemen, all, are they? After all, not everyone in this country is well off. Okay, alright, nothing. Yeah. For show, dude, for show. What part in the game are you? When she talked about the gloves, I think that was statement number 4. I think these gloves we have may be what we need to counter, since there's only blood on one side. I got nothing to show for me troubles that night. Tell you can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitch in there. I think it's this one. Then after a while, I hear this loud bang. Nearly jumped out my skin, I did, and the screen just came out. So let me press one more time. See if she talks about those gloves. Hold it! When you say a loud bang, do you mean the noise of someone falling to the floor? Wouldn't been, I suppose. I don't remember so well. And in terms of looking around, Magnus hasn't really given us any indication of anything that she said that is making him feel alarmed. Point is, made me jump. And you let out a scream involuntarily. That's right. And then I felt the cushion over my head get lighter all of a sudden. Presumably when the defendant got up in order to help the victim, yes. Or not. It could equally have been the moment the accused stood in order to stab his victim, could it not? Well, girl, did you see what happened at that crucial moment? Yeah, I saw it. I pushed up the cushion and had a quick butcher's while I had the chance. Doing some side quests before I start off with Scalaga. Priscilla just got attacked and trying to find the person. Oh, for show. Had to swap my Griffin armor for the feline armor. Feline bonuses are just too good to pass. Granted, only works when it's Grandmaster. Man, I forgot about all the bonuses. What does the feline one give you? God, just hate so much how that Griffin armor looks. Ugh, no bueno. I pushed up the cushion and had a quick butcher's while I had the chance, didn't I? The Irishman was sitting up the bloke who had fallen on the floor on the seat opposite. That matches Mr. McGilden's account, of course. But then, the fella suddenly turns around and looks right at me. I sunk back down again. But it was too late by then. I should never have risked looking. Let me press her last statement again. Hold it! And when Mr. McGilda discovered you, he pulled you out from your hiding place? I was scared stiff, I was. He dragged me out and sat me down on the seat and all. Next to the victim, Mr. Mason? Yeah? The bloke had a knife in his guts. He was still bleeding. Thanks for the 50 bits, Voodoo. Nice try. During strong attacks, increase fastest attack damage for 5 seconds and by 10% for each piece. 6 rear attacks deal 50% more damage and also stun at the cost of adrenaline. Ooh, that one's pretty solid.
So hard to understand her Gaelic English.
the bloke had a knife in his guts. He was still bleeding. Then the carriage lurched a bit, and he ended up falling onto me. Oh, how awful. Thanks for the 150 bits, Voodoo. What the heck? Yeah, Elliot, I have sound alerts. So yeah, my community likes to troll me and try to scare me with those scream alerts. Sorry if that scared you there. Now off to bed because of the adulting thing in the morning. Have a great stream, my friend. Thanks, Voodoo. Appreciate your time and the bits, dude. Sleep well. Have a good day tomorrow. Rear attacks deal 50% more damage and also stun the cost of 1 adrenaline. But I know the bear and Ursine sets are nutty too. Yeah, I definitely remember having the Ursine set when I was playing Witcher 3 on PS4. Both me hands got covered in blood. It made me feel as sick as a dog. Both her hands covered in blood. That must be what the rooftop passenger saw. After that, I believe you talked with Mr. McGilded for a while. Is that correct? He asked me some stuff. Wanted to know my name and what I was up to and that. Then I heard something from up above. Someone screamed.
Yes, Mr. First on the roof deck, one would presume.
Well, I didn't want no one seeing me face, so I didn't look up. Then the horses were drawn up smartish, and this here Irishman says to me, "Get back under the seat. I'll see that you can get away later." Shit. Okay, hold on. There's gotta be... There's one piece of evidence. Any guesses, chat? There's one piece of evidence that we can pit against her statements. Because you can only present items in this initial conversation. Like, you can't pit it like an item, like, once you start pressing her. A report by the Scotland Yard coroner gives the cause of death as internal hemorrhaging as a result of a single stab wound to the abdomen. Hold on, let me look at this one more time. Between 10 and 11 p.m., stabbed once in the abdomen with a knife whilst journeying in an omnibus. Died due to internal hemorrhaging resulting from the trauma. We have the photograph of the victim. The leather glove. Omnibus. Don't remember if I ever inspected this. Actually, I think I did. Yeah, I think it has some writing in there, like some... Okay. Oh, that looks like a lot of blood. Surely is blood. The victim's. Ugh. An Englishman's blood looks a lot like a Japanese man's blood. Did you think it wouldn't? Sorry, it's just that we've only just arrived here in Great Britain. I'm finding it a little hard to adjust. Yes, I do understand. It was a right old waste of time. I got nothing to show for me troubles that night. Tell ya, you can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitch in there. Then after a while, I hear this loud bang. Nearly jumped out me skin I did, and the scream just came out. Okay, so the blood is on this side. So the people on the roof would be able to see here. The people sitting here would not be able to see in the back. Well, I mean, without like turning around. Actually, wait. I think I found it. She said that there was a loud bang. But the only weapon that we have is a knife. I think this is it.